Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys That Magic. This is Hunter and Shane. Say what up, Shane.
What's up, nerds?
Happy Halloween, Shane.
Ooh, spoopy.
Boopy, that is right. October 31st, 2024. This is Halloween. So,
That's true.
yeah, we're recording more spoilers videos for Foundations. We're still trekking along. Got some cool spoilers to talk about today. Some rares, some uncommons, and one common. That's right. We're switching it up a little bit today because there wasn't that many rares.
Okay.
But we got some cool ones. So, without further ado, hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, so you're staying up to date with everything else that we're putting out. Let's get into it. We are starting with a brand new version of Elenda. That's right, it's Elenda, Saint of Dusk. 2 white, black for a 4/4 legendary creature vampire knight. Got lifelink and it says hexproof from instance. It also says as long as your life total is greater than your starting life total, Elenda gets +1/+1 and has menace. And then it says Elenda gets an additional +5/+5 as long as your life total is at least 10 greater than your starting life total.
They fixed it for EDH.
Did they?
Yeah, because before it's like, if they like say a number,
Yeah.
right? So they definitely fixed it. But this is kind of cool.
Yeah, you're talking about Ascendant. What's it called?
Yeah. Um.
Ascendant Angel or something?
Yeah.
I
They're
remember.
Ascendant.
Sarah Ascendant. That's it. 100%. Yeah, Sarah Ascendant. That's the one that said as long as you have 30 or more life, he gets +5/+5. That's
They were
fine.
like, ooh, what about 40? Ooh.
Ooh, we should make it cooler. But I like that the hexproof from instances we're talking about a standard standpoint.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty powerful card.
Yeah. I'm trying to rack my brain. Do we have any hexproof from? I can think of like what Emrakul, or is there like another one?
Yeah, that's another one.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just like this card a lot. I think it's going to get big pretty quickly, especially coming down to 4 mana. We're probably going to have some of those when something enters, you gain a life effects already. So this will come down as a 5/5 with Menace, and then you're swinging in. As soon as you hit that threshold, is now a 10/10 with Menace.
It's pretty good. Not bad.
Pretty good. Yeah, I like this a lot.
It's a cool vampire gain and drain Orzhov card. Shocker.
Mm-hmm. Jocker, we will talk about it more in our Commander Grades video. But let's move on. We've got Abyssal Harvester. This is 1/2 black for a 3/2 creature demon warlock. Has an ability you can tap it, exile target creature card from a graveyard that was put there this turn. You create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. Then exile all other nightmare tokens you control.
So you get to only have one at a time. Still pretty cool though.
It is pretty cool.
Like an interesting reanimation target, right? Or I guess not target, but reanimation tool.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you're basically coming down let's say you get this out earlier because we've
yeah,
seen Llanowar elves in this now. So that's
sure,
an additional at least 1 mana, right?
sure.
Turn 2, this comes down in Magical Christmas Land. Turn 3, you mill yourself a card. It says from anywhere. It was put there this turn, right?
Yeah.
And then boom, reanimation at turn 3.
You get that big 7/7 with 7 abilities.
That's right. That would be little
That'd be pretty
Atraxa.
sick. I wasn't thinking tracks, I meant the 7/7 with 7 abilities. Don't we just saw yesterday?
Oh, yeah, the 2 days ago, but
Or 2 days
yes,
ago.
the
Oh no, dude, time
Eldrazi.
flies.
Time does fly. Welcome Halloween.
This is a cool card though, I like it. The
It is a
bummer
cool
that it doesn't
card.
have haste, but you know, hey, we can't have everything.
That would be nuts.
I know.
I think that would be too powerful.
I know. You gotta play it and then sit around and hope no one kills it, but
True.
I do like it. It's a cool demon.
I do. I do
Coming out
like
of
it
the
too.
abyssal depths.
Moving on, we've got Skyknight Squire. 1 and a white for a 1/1 creature cat scout. It says whenever another creature you control enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And then as long as this creature has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, it has flying and is a knight, in addition to his other types.
You love this cat.
I really do. And I really do like it from a standard standpoint because if you're playing this on curve, you're playing this on turn 2, you're playing hop to it on turn 3, which makes 3 1/1s. Bang.
Oh
It
wow.
doesn't. Yeah. And then boom. This is now a 4/4 flyer on turn 3.
That's pretty good.
Hmm.
It's a spicy curve right there.
It is a spicy curve, and it is going to see play.
Ah yeah, I
I like
believe it.
it. Even some like Like it's whenever another creature enters.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It doesn't even say non-token. So resolute reinforcements. Flash that in.
Yep.
2 creatures, 2 counters. Makes this bigger. Yeah,
That's insane.
good value.
Yeah, that just being an ETB is awesome, dude. I'm a big fan.
We'll see if Knights is back on the menu.
Yeah, it maybe blue-white, right? It had its time for a minute and then it kind of dipped away, I think.
Tipped away because the card rotated.
Oh,
Harbin.
the
But
one that made everything get flying.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, that card was nuts.
It was very good. It was unfortunately from. Wait a minute. It didn't at all. Those
What
were
are we
soldiers.
talking about? Oh, they're
Those were
soldiers.
soldiers. Yeah.
I mean, soldiers and knights, they're similar. Okay, I get it.
Similar. Not the same though.
Good card,
But
good.
yeah, cool card. Good card. Good. Let's move on. We have a kind of a jank card. This is Rite of Dragoncaller, 4 and 2 red for an enchantment that says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying.
All right, this isn't a jank card. This is a Foundations like cast enchantment that makes me dragons. It's very straightforward. It's very
expensive. It's 6 mana.
expensive, yeah.
One of those giant red spells that don't do anything when it comes down.
Yeah. Unless you can cantrip right away with a 1 mana or free. I'm just reaching. All right.
You are reaching for sure, but 5/5s are going to be pretty annoying. And hey, you might be right, Shane. Any of the plot cards?
There you go.
Wait until this comes down, and then
Forgot about
cast all your plot cards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Totally doable, dude.
I
It's just like a big, straightforward. Vanilla's not the right word, but it just seems very beginner friendly.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something. Yeah, it's cool.
You love it.
Do I? Yes.
No, you don't.
But
I mean, yes.
I don't know if I necessarily 100% love it. I'll just say that. It's a very cool card. Let's move on.
Okay.
We've got guess who's back? It's Loot.
Loot.
I haven't seen Loot in a while. And they were like, this is going to be like the character moving forward. And now we're in Foundations and it's not actually part of a story. So Loot's here for some reason. I don't get it.
They want to make plushies.
Yeah. Loot. Exuberant Explorer is 2 and a green for a 1/4 legendary creature Beast Noble. It says you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Good card. Good. Ability. 4 and 2 green. Tap it. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with a mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from among them and put it onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order.
I think I like the other loot.
So people did the number crunch, and you can get that ability off on turn 3.
Really?
Yeah. In standard, turn 1, play a land, play Llanowar Elves. Turn 2, play another land, play this. Play another land. Turn 3. Do all the things.
Interesting. Is the ability, I mean, it's good, right?
The ability is good.
Is it going onto the battlefield?
Just goes straight on the battlefield.
Okay. I guess that is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's someone that, we'll talk about this obviously more when it comes to commander grades, but it reminds me of Kona, to be honest. You're just putting whatever from the top 6 onto the battlefield equal to the number of lands you control. Seems pretty good.
I get the comparison, obviously, yeah, but it's just random. Hopefully the top is nice. Your hand is much more scary.
Like I said, I'm going to stop myself.
Yeah.
I was going to go off on a tangent.
Yeah, I know you could have. I know you could have.
Commander grades. Get ready.
Coming sometime. TM.
Coming soon. Moving on to some uncommon, Shane. This first one people are talking about could make a splash in Modern. This is Boltwave. 1 red mana for a sorcery that says Boltwave deals 3 damage to each opponent. Yep, this is making waves in talks because it gets around if you give yourself hexproof or anything like that,
That's true.
Because right now there's Lava Spike, which is pretty similar. And that is deals 3 damage to target player or planeswalker. Now, granted, this is only on player, but it's definitely a finisher.
Yeah, man. And hey, Lightning Bolt, we always joke about in EDH, but this one better? It's like 3 lightning bolts? Does that make it playable? I don't know.
I mean, Lightning Bolt is instant, right?
That's
This is
true, but
just sorcery speed.
it's just more of like we joke about it, but this is dealing it to all your opponents. So maybe.
But in an
Maybe.
EDH standpoint, in decks that are specifically dealing a bunch more damage, like Osier Axonil,
Non-combat, yeah.
instead of, yeah.
Could be playable. I'm just saying, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, damage to each opponent. I like it. It's playable. Moving on. Next up is Perforating Artist. 1 black-red creature devil. It's got Death Touch and it's got Raid. It says at the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent of their choice or discards a card.
That's a good ability.
Mm-hmm.
In those kind of decks, my goodness.
I love all these cards that just keep saying each opponent.
Yeah.
They're really pushing the point of, hey, EDH is where the future is, and it's here to stay.
I was gonna say they knew that's where. Yeah, they knew that.
Yeah,
We're just getting some love. It's cool.
Very cool. I don't know. This is a good card because people probably aren't going to block this. So you are attacking with this, and then slowly drain out your opponent.
Yeah. Death Touch is hard to block, or it just sucks to block. But who says it has to be this card, dude? It could be any card. Just attack.
Any card. Mm-hmm.
Also doesn't say deal damage.
Yep, just different attacks.
Yeah.
You don't even attack with this thing.
That's what I'm saying.
This up and block.
That's what I'm saying.
Attack with something else.
It's gonna be an annoying card to deal with if you're trying to like. I guess you just take 3 life until you just can't.
True.
Yeah.
Moving on to the final uncommon before we talk about the common, it's Dreadwing Scavenger. 1 blue black for a 2/2 creature nightmare bird. It's got flying. It says whenever this creature enters or attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. It's got threshold, which means this creature gets +1/+1 and has death touch as long as there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard.
That's not hard to do in Dimir.
Not at all. I love this as an ETB and an attack trigger.
Yeah, 100%. Great card advantage. Great.
Immediately.
Yeah, great graveyard filler upper. This is a nightmare bird, dude.
You are correct. Good job reading the card.
Thank you.
It is a nightmare bird. But yeah, this card is really good, man. They're in standard right now. There's like so many decks that just fill the graveyard because they want to reanimate that target.
Yep.
This is going to be in that deck because that threshold is going to be super easy to hit. So a 3/3 with Death Touch in the air that draws you cards when you attack with it is pretty good.
Pretty good. This could be a 4/0 for sure in a deck.
It will be. I know it. I'm going to run into it too often and I'm going to hate it. It's not something I'm going to play, but I'm going to run into it.
You might. You never know.
And the final card we were talking about today, Shane, is one of those cards that everybody loves because of the wording on the end. So it's Hare Apparent. Get it?
Sure.
1 and a white for a 2/2 creature rabbit noble. It says when this creature enters, create a number of 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens equal to the number of other creatures you control, named Hare Apparent. A deck can have any number of cards named Hare Apparent.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So they give you your rat deck. They give you your what's the other one that just came up recently?
It was the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they give you the Assassin.
Like Templar Knight or something.
Now you got rabbits.
Now you got a whole bunch of bunnies. This is gonna populate quite frequently.
Yeah.
I say that because of rabbits, but like, this is gonna be one of those meme decks.
It's gonna be a funny meme deck.
Like honestly, put Skyknight Squire in this deck, and then like 5 Hare Apparents, and then boop, 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 boop.
That's really funny.
It goes crazy. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see if you see it in standard.
I will play this in standard. It will be in standard because of me, if anything, because this card's too good not to be.
Okay.
I'm surprised it's common.
Well, you're gonna have 50 of them in your deck. That can't be rare.
That's true. Thank you for saving me on wild cards, I guess.
Yeah.
Watsy. But yeah, I like this card. Hare Apparent, not Heir Apparent.
Very apparent.
Very apparent that this card is good. But yeah, that is going to do it for us. Look, short, sweet, happy Halloween.
Yay.
Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Before we wrap things up, Shane, you know the question I'm about to ask.
Yeah.
once again, what was your favorite card we talked about today?
I think I like the spooky one for Halloween, dude. Abyssal Harvester.
Abyssal Harvester is pretty good.
Spooky.
And I'm gonna go with Skyknight Squire.
Knew it.
Card is too good. I
Busted.
am the
Ban it now.
Player, and that card is perfect. But
perfect.
You guys listening to the video, watching the video, whatever you're doing with this video, comment down below right now. Go ahead, type in, say I loved Rite of the Dragoncaller. That's my favorite.
Yep.
I want to make a bunch of 5/5 dragons.
Tell us how much candy you got too.
Do that, yeah. Did you go trick or treating? But yeah, happy Halloween to all of you guys. In the description, you'll find links to all of our social media accounts. It's TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, @GuysMagic for each one. Follow us on those. And on the screen right now, those are all of our Patreon subscribers. Check out the description for that Patreon link to see what these guys are seeing, which is not here on YouTube. And consider subscribing. And until the next video, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Bye-bye.